Hey there, Barbara and I have made quite a few videos now at the North Sulphur River. If you've noticed, it's kind of our favorite spot. We really like it here. We find all sorts of cool stuff. We have decided it might just be time to put together a video to answer a lot of your questions that we see most people have. This is going to be part one of a multiple episode video. We really like it here, to maybe help answer some of your questions about fossil hunting, not just the North Sulphur River, but there's a lot of other areas in northeast Texas that could apply to the same rules. And we're hoping to answer some of your questions. We really like it here. Say hey! One of the most common questions we get, can I bring my 90-year-old grandmother? Can I bring my 2-year-old son? And the answer is, I don't know, maybe. Depends, because it's not that easy to get in and out of the river. We bring our 8-year-old, our 9-year-old, our 13-year-old, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't bring other kids of different ages or elderly people. It all just depends on your physical strengths, and you have to know your strengths. One of the things that you really need to know is what to bring. The first time we went to Ladonia Fossil Park, we brought a lot of stuff that we ended up not needing. Barbara here is demonstrating one of the most important things, water. That's right, water. This is actually not a Camelback. It is a generic brand called Water Buffalo, but it serves the same purpose. It's basically a backpack with a compartment that holds a water bag, and then out of that water bag is a tube that you can use to drink water when you're thirsty. It holds about 4 liters, I believe, 3 or 4 liters, but it's enough for probably 2 people. And if you have a family, 2 or 3 or 4 extra people that are coming with you, you might want to carry more than one. This one in particular, I believe Barbara got on Amazon. It was about 40 bucks. You can also find them at Walmart, sometimes on clearance. You don't have to carry bottled water, right, Barbara?
Right.
Important item number 2, what to wear. At minimum, bring some mud boots. Any kind of mud boots that come up, almost below your knee. There are drawbacks to the mud boots. In the winter, you happen to step in a part of the water gets in your boot. Now your feet and your legs are really, really cold. Drawback number 2 is it determines where you can and can't go in the river. If you're wearing mud boots, you really have to be careful about where you go. And it involves more walking along the banks and walking along really uneven surfaces to try to get to areas and map out the river and find out where you can and can't go. Option number 2, waders. These are expensive depending on where you get them from. If it's something that you think you're going to be getting out and doing more than a few times, it might be worth it. We'll talk about the pros of the waders and the cons of the waders. So the pros are, obviously, you're water protected up to your chest. I can just walk through the middle of the river. Here's the drawbacks of the waders. When it starts to warm up, these are gonna get really hot and we're not gonna wanna wear them. The other drawback, the cost. Put together $90, $250, you're looking about $350 per person to have full-on waders and boots. The ground and the terrain in the North Sulphur River can be very, very difficult to walk around. There's some fast-moving waters, especially after a hard rain, and you need something that you can hold on to help you get up and down. These are Ozark Trail brand, so if you're leaning over, bending down a lot, crouching, it gives you the opportunity to shorten or lengthen the stick depending on what situation you're in. You need some sort of a bag to keep everything you find in. Fanny packs.
Fanny pack.
And one of the last things you need to have on the river is something to eat. Do not forget to eat if you have kids. Because if you have kids, you're never gonna hear the end of it.
I'm starving.
I'm starving,
Do you have a
I'm
snack?
starving.
I only ate an hour ago.
Yeah, don't forget food. Just don't. I don't know if you noticed, but we're in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere. And be careful. There's cars out here. Bring something to eat.
That reminds me, I'm really hungry. Can we go eat?
That finishes up the very first part. Commonly asked questions about fossil hunting in the North Sulphur River. We are gonna pack it up and we're gonna head home. And the next video will be about access points for fossil hunting.